Yes, people, una welcome. It's Maths Pidgin again. Now the same name again. So today we still here for sets, but this time we want to solve problem for sets. We want to take example involving 3 subsets. Kai, this question too much. I don't know. I don't fit solve all of them. But the one I want to solve, I don't know. Carry go. All right. Let's see the questions now. The question say, in an exam for the final year student of a school, 60 offered history, 50 economics, and 48 literature. Abi? 30 offered history and economics, 16 offered history and literature, 22 offered economics and literature. If 10 candidates offered all the 3 subjects, question number 1, I'll be question number 8. Find A1. Okay, the number that offered history only. 2, the number that offered economics only. 3, the number that offered literature only. And then question number B, say how many candidates sat for the exams, assuming that each candidate sat for at least 1 subject. Okay. This question, we will use the help of Venn diagram to answer this question. Because for some question for our head, they will tell you represent this information on a Venn diagram. Or they will give you information on a Venn diagram, come ask you this kind of question. Make you use the Venn diagram, answer the question. So anyone who they give you, you go fit tackle am as we go use Venn diagram answer these questions. Abi? So if una dey ready, first we will represent our Venn diagram like this. Abi? We get our Venn diagram and then we get our universal sets like this. We know say we get 3 sets. So let the 3 sets or the 3 subsets. Let the 3 subsets. I mean, Oyibo be that. So the history, and economics and literature. So we go represent them for the Venn diagram like this. This one now, our history. So, and then for the question, the cardinality of our H sets. For the question, they said 60 offered history. Abi? So, all the people on the cardinality of this set na 60. So, everything wey dey this cycle na 60. Na wetin that one be. Abi? So the next one we get this one. So this one be economics. Abi? And then for the economics, they tell us say how many students. They say 50 offered economics. So everything wey dey this cycle now na 50. Right? Now, why I make this cycle join this cycle be say for the question, they don't tell me say 30 they offer history and economics. So they get intersection. Now I make I join their circle for you. Abi? Again, for the question, they say 16 offer history and literature. So they get intersection between history and literature too. So their circle will join. And then after that, even economics and literature intersect also. So them man they go join. And then later, all of them come intersect because they tell us say 10 candidates come offer all the 3. So now we go join everything. So don't join everything now with that. So this one now literature B. And then the cardinality of set L now 48 back. They tell us now 48. So 48. What do you mean? We say everything wey dey inside this cycle like this now 48. So they come tell us say 30 offer history and economics. Wetin dey mean be say H intersect E like this, get cardinality of 30. So wetin this side represent? This side represent everything wey dey here. If you remember our last class, we represent everything wey dey here. So where these two intersect na everything wey dey here. So na the 30. But because everything wey dey here still join C, so we go make maybe like this. If you remember my last class, intersect C. So it will be like this. Abi? So as these two intersect, they still intersect C. So that everything wey dey here now, and the 30. And then let's continue now. So after that one, they still tell us say 16 offered history and literature. So history and literature, that means everything wey dey here be that. Abi? Everything wey dey here. So add history and literature. And it still intersect economics, abi? So intersect economics, so we get 16. And then the next one, come tell us say 22. Come offer economics and literature. It means say everything wey dey here na economics and literature, but it still intersects H. The cardinality of H intersecting, we will make this bracket like this. Economics intersects literature like this. So we go give you 22, abi? We don't get everything from this question. The last statement say if 10 candidates offer all the 3 subjects, that one the cardinality of H intersects E intersects L like this. That one is say na 10. So here na 10. Cool? Now, no, we answer our first question. Our first question say find the number that offered history only. So history only means only this place. Only if they follow me for this class, you go know say we represent this place as waiting. We represent this place as H intersect. Abi? Economics complement or prime intersect. Is it C? Intersect L complement. Now so we represent them, abi? So now the cardinality, now the same will be fine. We call am small h. Everything wey dey here like this now. Now we go collect. Then we go subtract wetin dey here. Comot wetin dey here. Comot this part. Comot this part. Comot this part. Then wetin remain na im be this one. Abi? So we go cut off this part. Sure, I don chop this part before. So we go cut off this part. come cut off this part, we can't get wetin remain. So now, which part be this? Which part be this? Because the whole cycle, I don't tell you na say na 60, na im be h. The whole of this cycle na im be 60, abi? And then we don't know this one be 10, abi? Na im be h intersect e intersect. So we know this part. Now to get this part, abi? So wetin be this part? This part, ma I call this part A, come call this part B, come call this part C. Wetin be this part? This part, if una been follow me for our class before, una go know say this part na the part wey I call H intersect E intersect L complement. Na wetin I call that part be that. Abi? So that part na im we call A. Abi? So now this part na wetin we call H intersect E complement intersect L. Na wetin we call am. So the cardinality na we call B. Shey we dey follow am? So now we know wetin B be, we know wetin A be, abi? And then we know this one. Now we know wetin this one be. Now we fit get am, abi? Correct. Now let's do the math. Our cardinality of this 60 is equal to this one, this one, this one, and this one, abi? That's cardinality of our set H is equal to all those parts wey I don collect. Abi? Cardinality of H intersect E intersect L complement plus the cardinality of H intersect E intersect L, then plus H intersect E complement intersect L, like this, plus cardinality of H intersect E complement intersect L complement. So now all the sets wey make up set H be that. To find A, we go collect everything wey dey here like this. All the thing wey dey here like this. Then we go subtract this one. Then we go get A. Abi? If you carry this whole pie, if you come comot 10, you go get wetin remain. Abi? The same thing with this B. If you carry this whole pie, so if you cut this one comot, e go remain B. This one too. If you carry all this whole pie, if you cut this one, chop this one comot, e go remain wetin remain na C. So wetin be this whole pie? This whole pie we don define am for here. Abi? We don define am as H intersect E intersect C equal to 30. Now we go take this H intersect E intersect L complement. We go get am as the cardinality of H intersect E intersect C minus the cardinality of H intersect E intersect L. Abi? This one na L. H intersect L. I don't know why I say C. Abi? So we don't know say this one na 30, this one na 10, and this one na 8. So we get A is equal to 30 minus 10, which will give us 20. Abi? So now we come here, then we put our 20 for here. So to find our B, which is H intersect E complement intersect L, we go take the cardinality of H intersect L intersect E minus H intersect E intersect L, like this. Now, we don't know say this one now na B. This one we don't call am B for here. So our B now will be this one we don't call am 16 for here. Minus this one we don't call am 10 for here. So we just get 6. Abi? We just get 6. So we come here, we can represent our set as 6 for here. And then in the same vein, we look for C, Abi. So our C now H complement intersect E intersect L, which is our C, Abi. So now we get our H complement intersect E intersect C intersect L supposed to be this one, Abi, this one, bro. Supposed to be this one, H intersect E intersect L, all brackets, minus H intersect E intersect L. So we don't call this one C. So we get C. We don't call this one 22. Abi? This one are 22 for here. Minus this one are 10 for here. So our C now na 12, huh? Our C na 12. Go. So we come here and then we call our C 12. Now I'm going to start to answer the questions. Like I said before. Abi? So I said before, say if we minus this one, minus this one, minus this one, we get this part. So this one we don't find our 60. This one our A, what we don't find will be 20. This one our intersection, what will be low as 10. This one our B, what we don't find as 6. And then this one, now what we dey look for, Abi? What we call H. Abi? Now we go get 60 is equal to this plus this 30 plus that one 36, Abi? Plus H. Now if you collect like terms, algebra, so if you collect like terms, we will get 60 minus 36 equal to H. Abi? If you come out 36 from 60, we will get 24, Abi? So our H 24. So now 24 is our H. We don't answer the first question. Abi? The second one say the number wey offer economics only. Economics only na the number of H complement intersect economics intersect literature complement. Now dem offer this one only. And to get this one, we go just take the set of E, which is 50, then we go come minus all these ones wey dey here. So we go come minus 20, and then we go come minus 10, and then we go come minus 12. And then if we do that one, we get 50. This one, and this one will give me 42 bar. So we'll get 8. We'll get 8. So here now 8. Abi? The next one, say we could check this one, Abi? We could check this side. And then that side, and the cardinality of H complement can intersect E complement can intersect L, like that. Then we won't collect everything we did that side. Everything we did that side. Now 48. So we'll take 48, and then we'll come minus everything, every subset we did inside. This one, this one, this one, this one. So we're going to come out 6. We're going to come out 10. We're going to come out 12. Abi? So if we do that one, this one and that one, now 18 plus this one will give me 28. Go. And then if I come out 28 inside 48, I will get 20. So that part is 20. That part is 20. So we don't answer all our questions. Abi? The people where do only history na 24. People where do only economics na 8. People where do only literature na 20. And then our last question, question B, can say how many candidates sat for the exams, assuming that each candidate sat for at least one. Like, assuming this statement, this last statement, they tell us say, with the reason say, no candidate will not take any subject. So we don't get anything for inside this box. Everything we will get, they inside one of the side. So if that one can be the case, how many people sit for the exam? So we will just add everything. We just add everything with the inside these cycles. If you add everything, we'll get how many people will sit for the exam. So our B now 24. So our B now 24 plus 20 plus 8 plus 6 plus 10 plus 12 plus 20 abi. So if we add everything, this plus this plus this plus this plus this, if we add everything, we will get 100. So now 100 candidates. 100 candidates are there 6 for the exams.